That concludes our Year 14, and now Kyle will talk to you about our Year 15 implementation changes.
In Year 15, we decided to increase our internet price to $71.40. We decreased our SQ rating to 4 stars, and we maintained 200 model selection for internet. We increased our advertising expenses to $51,500, which was an industry leader in Europe and Asia. Again, we had above average wholesale prices in 3 markets and only 1 below in Latin America. We maintained our 5-star SQ ratings in 3 regions, while North America had 4 stars. We maintained our good selection of models, with North America being the most. And as I said before, we increased our advertising expenses to $51,500. And this year we had a large increase in retailer support, bumping it up to $1,700 in all regions. This helped increase our retailers utilized, and as you can see, it increased in all 4 markets. In our private label section, we decided to focus on North America and Europe, Africa. As you can see, we had a $24.99 bid in North America and a $29.99 bid in Asia Pacific. We were a little above the industry required SQ ratings of 4 stars. Dave will now talk to you about Year 15 results.
While Year 15 results weren't as great as they were the year before, they still increased across the board. Our earnings per share was $11 even, our return was at 36.8%, our stock price was at 248.09, our credit rating fell to an A, our image rating was at 73, we decided to pay an additional $1 of dividend, $3.50, and again repurchase stock, 558 shares. As far as the market share, we did not do so well in the private label market. As you see, we only got 14% of the market in Europe. In the internet market, we ranged from 11 to 13%. However, in the wholesale market, we did very well in Latin America, getting 23.9% of the market share. As you can see, across all 4 markets, North America, Europe and Africa, Asia Pacific, and Latin America, Group I largely stayed with the competition, with the exception of one company, Group E, which was an outlier. We had high models, but very low SQ rating to keep our costs down.
Now I'm going to talk to you about the strategic plan for Ideal Shoe Co. for years 16 to 18. To begin, our vision was to be a distinguished provider known worldwide for footwear setting new trends and lifestyles. Our mission was Ideal Shoe Co. We believe that our position as the leader in footwear gives us the opportunity and the responsibility to contribute to a better world for the generations to come. A better world in our vision would be safer, more peaceful, and more creative than the world we know today. We believe in being fair, honest, positive, and creative in everything we do. We will keep on making the products our customers love and at the same time bring that vision of a better world a little closer every day. Our objectives in year 16 to 18 were to offer continuous value-added products to our customers, to achieve our financial target, to set a benchmark in industry as the cost leader through improved performance, have high advertising in all regions, and achieve high celebrity appeal. The strategy of Ideal Shoe Co. in years 16 to 18 was to meet the demands of market and supply demanded goods on time without any barriers or hurdles. We wanted to offer products at the lowest price allowable to maintain a profit. In addition, we wanted to make products according to the needs of our customers, give hassle-free ambience for shipping with high retailer support, continue to increase market share in Latin America, increase our plant capacity in Asia and Latin America, and receive loans from banks. Our functional area strategies in production were low cost, low quality, reduced shipping, and tariff rate. In marketing, we wanted high marketing costs to utilize all retail outlets / support, increase celebrity endorsements and rebate, and have delivery on time. In finance, we wanted to finance our plant with loans, maintain low default risks, have a good credit rating, high dividends, low repayment early, and a stock repurchase. In HR, we wanted to low cost for our employees, low reject rates, and a fair pay. The SWOT analysis for year 16 to 18 was including our strengths in high advertising, high brand awareness, celebrity appeal, retained support, wholesale price, earnings per share, and stock price. Our weaknesses were style and quality ratings, model availability, and free shipping. Our opportunities were in the private label, internet segment, wholesale market, and model availability. Our threat was our past inflation and exchange rates, and Team H had a high internet market share. Our market objectives were 10% and 10% again in the internet and private label, 20% in North America, Europe, Asia, and Latin America, with an overall market share of 25%. Our primary target markets began with Latin America, then Asia, North America, Europe, finally private label and internet. Now I'm going to hand it off to Kyle to explain Year 16 implementation.
In year 16, for our internet segment, we decided to once again increase our internet price. We increased from $69 to $72. We again decided to decrease our SQ rating and drop down to 3 stars while maintaining 200 models for our customers. Again, we increased our advertising expenses to $59,500. In the wholesale market, we had above and below average industry prices. We had above average in 3 markets while having 1 market below the average industry price. Again, we decreased our stars to 3 stars, and we maintained our good selection of models. Again, with North America leading in the variety of models available. Again, we increased our advertising expense to $59,500, and in this year we maintained our retailer support at $1,700. Having that high of a retailer support showed by how much our retailers' outlets utilize grew. In the private label, we decided to focus on one region. Latin America was that region, and we had a bid of $16.48. We had an above industry required SQ rating of 4 stars. Dave will now speak to you about our results for year 16.
Our earnings per share was at a solid $13.07, and our return had skyrocketed to 49.6%. Our stock price remained steady at $294. Our credit rating remained at A-. Our image rating was increased to a 70, and we also increased our dividend by another $1 to $4.50. We again repurchased stock at 521 shares. Our market share results were largely the same as the year before. Private label, we succeeded greatly in Latin America with 53.6% of the market. In the internet, it was pretty much the same, ranging from 13% to 15%. In the wholesale market, again, we succeeded greatly in Latin America at 25.6%. As you can see, again with the graphs, in both the internet segment and the wholesale segment, Group I largely remained within the cluster of its competition across all 4 segments, with high models and lower to below average SQ rating. Now Kyle will talk to you about our Year 17 implementation.
For year 17, we once again increased our internet price. We increased to $74.20. We dropped our SQ stars to 2, and we had a good selection of 200 models. Once again, we increased our internet advertising expense to $67,500, and we were industry leader in Asia and Latin America. For the wholesale, we once again split on above and below average price, with 3 markets being above and 1 being below. We dropped our SQ to 2 stars, and we maintained our good selection of models, especially in North America. In the wholesale market, we also increased our advertising to $67,500, and we maintained our great retail support of $1,700. This had adverse effects this year because we decreased retailers utilized in 3 markets and only increased in Latin America. In the private label, we decided to focus on North America and Asia Pacific. The North America bid was $17.98, while the Asia Pacific was $23.45. And this year we maintained the industry required SQ rating of 3 stars. Dave will now speak to you about year 17 results.
In year 17, we were hit hard by economic conditions. You can see that in the results, as our earnings per share fell to $5.28. Our return was at 15.5%. Our stock price was cut in half, nearly to $118. Our credit rating fell to a B. Our image rating, however, stayed high at 72. We decided to again pay an increased dividend of $1, this time at $5.50. And as opposed to previous years, instead of repurchasing stock, we issued 1,000 shares of stock. As far as our market share results, we did very well in the private label market. As you can see, we took 100% of the market in North America and 68.9% of the market in Asia Pacific. In the internet market, we ranged from 10 to 15%, and again, as the previous years, we remained the same as our highest wholesale market share was in Latin America, 25.5%. Unlike previous years, you'll notice that the charts across all markets this year were far more spread out. You will see that Group I was far lower in the SQ rating in both the internet and the wholesale market than many of their competitors. Now Kyle will talk to you about our week 18 implementation.
In year 18, we decided to decrease our internet price. We dropped it down to $71.40. We had a below average SQ rating of 3 stars, and in this year, we greatly increased our selection of shoes. In the internet market, we increased it to 485 models for all 4 regions. We again increased our advertising expense to $77,000, and we tied for the industry leader in North America and Europe, Africa. And we were the industry leader in Latin America. In our wholesale market, we had again above average wholesale prices, and we had an SQ rating of 3 stars. Again, we increased our models available in all markets, as you can see here, close to 500 in every single market. We increased our advertising expense to $77,000 in the wholesale segment as well. In our retail support, we maintained the $1,700 for each store, and as you can see, we split on increasing and decreasing our outlets utilized. For the private label in year 18, we decided to focus on Asia Pacific and Latin America. Our Asia Pacific bid was $21.30, and our Latin America bid was $20.98. We had the 3-star industry required SQ rating. We had a surplus focus on North America and Europe, Africa. For these years, we decided to try to get a high price for our shoes. In North America, we bid $42, as well as in Europe, Africa. By doing this, we would get a greater return if we won the bid. Dave will now speak to you about the year 18 results.
Rebounding from last year, we got back to our successful ways with our earnings per share rising to nearly $17, our return 35%, our stock price grew again back to $237, and our credit rating grew by a entire letter grade to A. Our image rating even increased to 75. Apart from previous years, we decided to increase our dividend by an additional $3 as opposed to our normal $1. So we paid a dividend of $8.50. We again went back to repurchasing stock as we repurchased 1,290 shares. As you can see with our market share results, we did well in the private label in Latin America with 54% of the market. We also did the best in Latin America in both the internet and wholesale segments with 20% respectively.